Last time on Wanderful.
So you're all sitting in here and you are waiting for King Otto to arrive. A lot of you will have to excuse me. I was accompanying Sister Pow and Dahlia's funeral ceremonies for the gone church mourners.
I'm very interested in learning more about that church, but
yes.
All of you have a seat and we can begin. King Otto sits and says, well, J3B, why don't you go ahead and start this whole conversation off?
hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, Pharrell.
That was
Hello,
everyone.
Pharrell. A few of you might be aware of the tide.
There's an army that is coming or will come.
We're going to take a trip to the north to see if we can't find any information about their plan.
J3B, I will provide the three of you with some animals and carts.
Once rival, now hopefully turned some sort of leader, I do believe Twist and the Twisters will be a great help.
Can I just
we're gonna call the
say,
monks.
Twist is not a terrorist.
Welcome back to Wanderful, a somewhat D&D podcast. This is
Hello.
your
Welcome to the
lovely
D&D
DM/God, Tyler.
And
I'm
Jeremy.
joined by...
The crispiest packing peanuts right now because I have pica.
And I'm Jeremy.
Oh my god.
all of that.
Are you ASMR'd? I'm very ill. I haven't.
Listen,
pooped in
we're
weeks.
getting
rock
ready
ASMR.
to set off on our next quest. But before you all go,
Quest is alive?
we have a few things we still need to take care of. The first of which is your payment for the quest you just went
I forgot.
on.
Money.
So did I. I was going to spend time thinking about how much you were to be paid, but I didn't remember.
I think
On
$1
the
million
spot. Roll a
sounds fair.
D100
I can think about
times
it for
10.
you.
That's how much we get paid.
Well, I was going to try to look back at how much things cost before, because we're not at a full shopping anything yet. But I'm gonna go ahead and say King Otto pays your group 3,000 gold pieces.
Oh shit!
So each of you will be
damn.
taking 1,000 gold pieces home.
Holy
I think-
shit.
I
Bond's
think
rich.
Carveth just stares at the money. He doesn't even know how much money that is. I don't think we've ever seen that much money.
Listen,
Okay.
That could be- that could be
boys,
wrong.
This payment is
Feels a little
both
light.
is both a reward for what you've done, but also a show of good faith and appreciation for all you've done as well. So
I know exactly
hear
what
me
I
out.
want to do with this.
there's even more to come
I know
in the
exactly.
future.
Thumbnail for this video is just Carveth, Bond, and Alandi, and they have the big like cartoon eyes at a pile of money.
That's
like
great.
the eyes popping out.
And there's like a thought bubble over each of their heads for what they're thinking about spending
Oh,
the money
yeah.
on. Like,
Hell yeah!
it can be whatever dealer's choice. It doesn't have to be pertaining to the episode. It could just be like a funny your thoughts of what they would.
But King Otto tells you all that Gareth and what's her name?
Sadie?
That's going to be joining you all.
Oh, God.
Andrea.
Andrea, yeah.
Gareth and Andrea are going to be joining you all shortly. It's right now. It's early morning, and you all have a few hours to take care of any last things you need to take care of before you all once again leave town.
Hell yeah!
2,998, 2,999.
I lost it out.
3,000. 3,000 gold coins here. Damn.
Hell
He
yeah!
wasn't fooling. I counted all of that while God was speaking.
So you
Wait, but when you say God was
I-
speaking, do you mean like your God or like God in general or like a collection, like a
We're not supposed to
council of
call attention to the
gods?
joke after you make it. Anyhow.
Alandi believes in Snoop. I've had the holy smokes with me literally this entire time.
That is true.
Wait,
Yeah, Snoop's cool, but I've been.
I have
wanna,
a book that you keep with you?
You know something?
Yeah, I don't read it.
And
That is canon. That has come up many times.
I would love it if we could find. I know this is like our bit, and it's the one building we're always looking for anytime we go anywhere. But I would love it to find a bookstore or a library. See if I can't find a book on the gods. Because, like, yeah, we know about Snoop and the Holy Smokes, but, like, I just learned about the flayed timekeeper through Dahlia, and that is insane.
It's pretty cool.
You know?
To be fair, in canon, your characters probably would have heard of a few of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
maybe.
But from the jump, from the jump, we've never canonized how Bond does his magic and stuff. And he's always just like, I at one point I was like, yeah, I commune with the wind and weather, and that never came up again. Never once theme wise or.
I mean,
He
I'm
communes
kind of
with the
waiting on
smoke.
you to give me more information.
I know. I don't know. That's a fun thing. That's why I want to find this book, Tyler. Maybe it's a fun, cool
That's fair. That's fair.
MacGuffin
That's fair.
or something.
That's actually perfect because Alandi wanted to do something with Andrea beforehand, so it would be good. It would be a great chance for him to.
And I pull
library.
Alandi to the side. Are you letting me go on a little shopping date with my boyfriend, and you're getting the fuck out of here?
He winks at
You know what? I think all three of you have separate things you want to
He
do.
hugs Alandi the most impassioned brotherly embrace. He's
enjoy
like,
your time.
thank you. I'm gonna get you some dope ass boots and gloves.
Make sure they match my new scaly.
Yeah, but you know
chest
we're going
piece.
into the cold, so we gotta bundle up, buddy.
Yes.
You want a trench coat? You want a trench coat?
You know what? I trust you. I really like this light pink,
All right,
light
I'm
blue
looking at the
style.
aesthetic of what you got
Go
going.
with this.
Yes. We gotta incorporate our lobstery stuff to it too. Maybe some blues, some nice royal blues. Ooh.
That sounds lovely.
I'm cooking. I'm cooking
All
a
right,
little bit.
have fun.
Okay. Thank you. And I kiss him on his forehead and I run off to Carveth. Hey, Carveth, fuck off, please. Bye.
Bye.
I love you. He kisses him on the forehead as well.
I love you.
Bon and Gareth, you take off to go do some shopping.
Yep.
Why don't you think about close things real quick?
Yeah, while they do that, I'm looking into some stuff right now.
Yes.
So I'll be radio silent.
Alandi, let's do you first. So you want to do what?
So, Andrea has helped me control my chaos abilities before.
Mm-hmm.
At level 11, recently I gained that ability to where like I can kind of spiritually go into the Shadowfell, or not the Shadowfell, the Shadow
Realm.
No,
Holy
like
shit.
Like the ethereal plane?
The ethereal plane, yes, or the ethereal zone. So
is like Blink or one of those?
Well, no, it's just literally he can just like trance and let his spirit leave his body.
Yes.
So,
like we saw in Duradera.
He wants to figure out if there's a way that he can like make that multiplayer. Like basically, like can he would like to be able to channel his energy through his brothers, like whether holding hands or whatever. That way they can join him if he wants to do that. Just because it just seems like it seems like it would be better for him to be able to take his brothers with him. And plus he also just kind of looking for an excuse to hang out with her.
Yeah. I think I think you come to her and ask her this, and I think she is intrigued by the idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think she kind of tells you that she's gonna need a little time to do some reading, but she doesn't like off the jump see why y'all wouldn't be able to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it might not be something you'll be able to do right away, but
it's doable.
That's something the two of you can spend some time working on together for sure.
Excellent. Okay, that's
I think,
literally
I think she kind of says, I feel like I re-listened to the episode earlier to try to remember her voice.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just kind of like high elfy kind of. I think we should be able to do this. I worry that adding, each each person you try to add to this might kind of, add an extra layer of unreliability.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
But why don't you give me some time? Let me do some reading.
yeah. I mean, listen, there's you can't get much more unreliable. I don't know if you remember the last thing you showed me turned me into a plant.
I still have nightmares.
It was not fun, but I'm really hoping like if we can make it to where not getting planted. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I have had a bad habit of going without my brothers, and I'm trying to break it. And I feel like this is a good place to start, is to figure out how to incorporate them into this power so that I can bring them along with me,
I do know. Okay, let me give me a few minutes. I'm going to gather a few books to bring along with me on our journey.
Oh yeah, by the way, do you need help packing? Also, thank you for coming with us. It's huge. I really appreciate it.
It sounds like an adventure and a half. It's been a few years since I've been on a good adventure.
I'm excited to see you in action.
Yeah. Why don't I'll meet you guys at the palace in say 30 minutes ish. Let me finish packing.
Pack a little slower. My boy's on a date right now, and I want to give him I want to give him plenty of time.
Understood.
Packs.
Understood.
Stay like an hour.
Okay. I'll meet you there in an hour.
All right.
And she goes back to packing. Matt, unless you had more for that.
No. That's totally it.
Cool. Carveth, you go to Flavortown, and you
Sadie, where my grits at? Where my grits at, girl?
You sit down and just assume that she's gonna hook you up, and she comes in. She's like, "Oh, I'm glad you stopped by, Carveth. I was worried I might miss you guys before you head on out. Why don't you make yourself comfortable? I'm gonna grab you some grits real quick."
Oh my god, thank you so much, Sadie. One of the things we're definitely going to need, is there like a way that like, obviously we can never replicate like your grits, but I know we're going into like a colder region, and I just think that having something like, is there some way that you could like, is there like some way that you could like, give us like maybe some like instant style like grits that are like from your grits?
Learn how to cook with our not mom, second, third, fourth, fifth mom.
How can you hook us up, Sadie? I want to take a bit of you with us.
God, listen to me. I'm talking
I could
to Sadie.
give you a quick lesson.
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Like obviously, I'm sure it won't be exactly the same.
I could never match
it'll be
it
like a
because
facsimile, but I'm sure it'll still be great.
No, I mean,
there's a special kind of Sadie loving that goes into my grits.
Oh, absolutely, Sadie. I would never even dream of like even matching your grits, but just having a little bit of you with us, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, let's do it. Why don't you come on back here?
Okay.
I haven't even made yours yet.
Oh shit.
And the two of you just kind of chit chat while she's showing you how to make these grits. It's not that complicated a process. She's going to send you all with a sack of grains or whatever the heck grits is. And she kind of shows you the quick process, especially how to do it around a campfire, because y'all aren't going to have a kitchen. And she walks you through the whole process, and she makes herself a little bowl, and you make yourself a little bowl beside it, and you kind of taste both of them, and you taste Sadie's first, and it's good as always. And you taste yours, and it's good.
Yeah,
it's just a shame you had to eat it right after you ate these. You know what I mean? It's like The Legend of Korra is really great. It's just a shame that it had to live up to Avatar.
Happened right after Avatar. I know what you mean. Oh God, Sadie, I just wish that I had like a way to take you with us, but it's gonna be dangerous, and I think you're better served here. But I will try my best, and I want to say thank you for teaching me this. Like I know your grits mean so much to you, and but by the way, do you think I could ask you another favor, if you don't mind?
Yeah. What's on your mind?
So I don't know if they will get here before, the three of us get back, but I wrote this letter, and I think there's someone that is going to be coming this way from Duerdera. Their name is Finn. I was wondering if you could give this letter to my friend Finn from Duerdera.
And she takes it, and what does she see? Is it like an envelope? Or
So
like...
I think on the way, I would have gone and tried to go to some sort of
like a craft shop
and pick up some
you head over to
Yeah.
Actually, I'm almost positive we canonically stated that Thandor has a Joanne's fabric.
Yes.
I am almost
yes.
positive we said at one point
Yes.
they have a
So
Joanne's
That
fabric.
I go
feels right.
there
That
and I
feels-
pick up. I had picked up some like nice like stationery and like sat down under a
And
tree and
with
just wrote
a
out
quill.
with a little quill and just wrote out this
Dearest
note.
Finn.
And it's got like a little stamp that I made, so I sealed it.
Nice.
And it just
like
says
a wax, like seal
like a little
deal?
wax seal, and it says
What's your sigil? Do
Got
you
a
have
little,
like this?
it's a little
Cardiff have
mushroom
ring?
stamp of his cock.
Oh, you can see the outline of his. Never mind.
No. It's
That mushroom has a weirdly thick
I don't know
vein.
that there's a. Oh, I think it. I don't know that it would have like the J3B sigil on it, but I think it would like just have like maybe a K on it, And then on the front it just says to Fen.
Cool.
So yeah, like I didn't really want to tell my brothers about this. That's I think
There's
I
an
think
awful
Bond
lot
is
you
on
ever
the.
want to tell about your brother.
I think Bond is like on the date, and like I don't even.
His
fucking
nose
know.
is
A lot of
bleeding
you
right
guys-
now.
A lot of you just kind of disappear sometimes. Like I was just there, and then all of a sudden he wasn't there. So that was kind of crazy. But yeah, if we could kind of just keep this on the down low, I would appreciate that. Like I have a hard
sure
time,
thing.
like talking about stuff with people in general. So.
I got you, Carveth. I'll be sure to try to figure out who Finn is.
And obviously, I would describe who. I would
jokes.
describe.
Like she was kidding. Like
Okay,
she'll be able to figure it out. She was messing with you.
No, okay, oh yeah, and
Classic Sadie.
yes, classic Sadie. And again, I can't thank you enough. And
Of course.
Yeah, I
Best of luck with the grits and the mission.
thank you. I truly, I think I'm just, I just go in and give her a hug. A little tear falls
And
down.
she gives you a hug too.
I'm going
and,
to miss you, Sadie.
I'm gonna miss you too, Carveth. And I think she's a little confused by why you're acting like this, but she's like, I'll miss you too. Tell your brothers I said hey.
Yes, I'll do that. So these grits, right? We eat some grits.
And then the two of you eat your grits and just chat for a little bit longer. Bomb.
Yeah.
What you got for me?
Oh, I'm looking for like whatever Thandor's equivalent of like the strip mall. Like,
Do you wanna give me a name of a shop?
Ye old indigo.
It would be like what, so Thandor. We gotta think of like a
Burlington Cloak Factory.
Give me a give me. So you as the DM, give me a landmark of Thandor's that's like a naturally occurring landmark.
So Thandor has
Like, is it a mountainous place? Is it a more
no?
plainsy
Thandor
place?
is much more in like plains, rolling hills kind of
Okay, cool.
area.
Then it's like,
and it's pretty close to the Ironwood too.
Oh, then perfect. Yeah, this is the We're at the Ironwood Strip Mall. I guarantee
Ironwood Strip Mall,
that they
love it.
absolutely would have an Ironwood Strip Mall, and it's got like a nice little like I think a conveyor belt sushi type of vibe, or Flavor Town if that's closer to that. Would you say? I feel like Flavor Town's its own thing. I wouldn't dare put Flavor Town in a strip mall. Like
It's
some
not
sort
a
of
strip mall.
buffet style thing where we could sit down and just eat like fine food that
like-
might give you diarrhea.
They probably have Asparos.
Yeah,
Sparrows.
exactly. We grab a couple slices. We're doing the cutesy thing where we're like the cheese pool. Ha ha ha! Isn't that funny? We're walking around. Maybe I get a big corn dog or a big pretzel. There's an Auntie Anne's.
Big pretzel.
There's like
There's an Auntie Anne's. There's a Great American Cookie.
No wait, no.
A Great Yondarian Cookie.
Auntie Hags. It's like a hag themed pretzel shop, and we get a big soft baked pretzel and probably give a lock of our hair to get God knows what done with it.
That's how you get. That's what the
That's
mustard
how you-
costs. It's a lot of hair.
Yeah, that's how you
I
get.
was gonna- yeah,
or the
yep,
beer
yep,
cheese,
yep.
or like to get the sauces, you have
Or
to
like
give
the
different.
icing on
Yeah.
a cinnamon roll. Or
Exactly.
cinnamon
To get
pretzel.
the extra little
Yeah,
thing,
to-
you got to give up some of your stuff for their
Oh, yeah.
wicked
They know what they're doing. They've got
machinations.
good marketing.
She's a nice lady, but you are cursed.
It's no. You're not cursed. Whatever she does with that blood's gonna be cursed.
Yeah, or hair, or
whatever it
tooth,
is.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get the big soft pretzel, and I think I'm for a bit. It's just me and Gareth just fully just being boyfriend and boyfriend for once. I have him.
cuties.
I'm ensuring he is not in that stank old guard's armor. He's in like a t-shirt equivalent, like just a tunic.
Well,
you know,
his first appearance on the not his first. His during the which I guess it wasn't really him, and the party y'all went to, the party of your dreams, episode.
what are
8,
Thandor's colors?
which technically wasn't real. He was wearing like a off-white blouse and
love that.
like nice tan pants. It
No,
was like
I got him
a
something
blouse that
cute.
had only been slightly tied up here, so it was showing lots of chest.
Yes, no, I definitely got him like a masculine, like TMZ outfit going right now. I got him like Thandor colored Zubas and like a nice like V-neck t-shirt, and he's like carrying all my bags. He's also
got a fanny pack.
Yes, he does have a fanny pack, but that's for him because he's a very organized guy. I think he's the glue keeping Bond together.
Does he wear a visor?
No,
not a
he
visor
definitely,
guy, okay.
but he does have a nice, like I'm talking, he spent hard-earned guard money on a nice pair of like transition lenses on his.
Oh yeah.
He's nearsighted.
We're making him less cute by the second.
No, they're not transition lenses, but they're like maybe some dope.
Yeah.
Like
No offense to people who wear transition lenses, but you know.
my family. Anyway. But yeah, nice shades. And we're just walking about, and I'm like, oh yeah, we do definitely need to get the other stuff done. But it has been, damn.
When's the last time? Well, when's the last time we had like a moment to just kind of be?
And you know, you want to hear something even crazier? You can thank Alandi for this because he totally decided of his own volition to fuck right off. I think he got the hots for that Ambrosia lady. I forget her name.
Ambrosia.
You're not worried about him, right? Like that doesn't sound.
No. I think truthfully,
Like usually when Alandi fucks
Listen.
right off, it's something
no.
not great going on.
No. Listen. No, not particularly. You know, I can normally get a sense of them. I can read them like an open book from a mile away. But just, I think this moment I was like, you know, I trust whatever he's doing to not be fucking with the timeline at the very least. You know? So I was like, he's giving me this green card that he's at least Scouts Honor going to do something within the town's limits so I can get to him if it's, you know, a bit fucky, but I trust him. I think
Okay.
he might, I don't know if he's going on a date himself, but I think he's doing something beneficial to what we're heading to do.
Awesome. Well,
but yeah.
I'm glad that things. I'm honored that he would give me this opportunity to have you to myself. And then he pinches your butt a little when he says
And I
that.
just hug him close. I'm like, truthfully, this has been, I fuck the war. Why don't we just stay at the strip mall? I don't want to do this anymore. This is too much relaxing. I do have to get, I'm indulging really. This is the shopping moment for us. I want to enjoy us before we get into, hey, Doc, can you armor pad some Uggs for my brother? Or, you know.
Well, how about this? Instead of treating this like we are, you know, preparing for war or whatever, why don't we just do a nice classic shopping montage?
And that's the vibe.
Let's try
I'm
on a
going
bunch of outfits.
Exactly.
Let's
Yes.
have it. Let's just have a good old time.
And we
Let's
go
pick out
to
something cute for your brother if he is
maybe
getting ready for a date. I don't know.
Maybe I out of canon, or out of like rules, sort of bend it. Oh, we have phones. I keep forgetting we've established forever. We have
can't call
phones.
each other.
I'm gonna call King Otto, get the number for his second nicest tailor because we don't got that much scratch, but I got a decent amount.
I think you actually know where he would suggest.
Yeah. Wait, do I? Oh yeah, is it
no,
Joanne
no.
still?
I just mean I think like y'all have talked about like
Oh, okay,
these
yes,
kinds of
yes.
things in the past. And you could call him if you want, but you know that King Otto gets all of his suits and stuff from
King's Big and Tall Warehouse.
Yes.
King's Big and Tall.
You're gonna like the way you king. I guarantee it.
That's so good. I love it. That's it.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone there who everyone who works at this place is of a creature size of large or bigger.
Oh.
So like there's like some like there's like a Goliath who works behind the counter. There's like there's a
I'll
furball
beeline
or
it.
something like that.
Ooh, dang, you gave me two good options. That's not fair. I'm gonna flip a coin real quick. Heads is the Goliath, tails is the Fearball, because I could deal with either of those NPCs. Oh fuck, I dropped my coin. It's tails, it's the Fearball. I'm walking up to the Fearball.
I'm just gonna do my best Justin McElroy impression.
Oh no, you're putting that
But
on
as
wax.
Fearball.
Oh, okay, yes. Hello, my good man. My boyfriend and I are wondering if we could get a couple of outfits, or at least try on some stuff. It won't fit, obviously. We're not big and tall. We're sort of normal and small, I guess. But maybe.
Then why come to our store if you are not? This is joke.
I am a fan of dry humor.
Follow me, and he takes you right straight to the dressing room where there's one of those pedestals with the mirrors all around.
So the first one I have for you, Tyler, is Carvest, because he literally sent me a drawing.
Okay.
Like, I'm talking an owl bear-esque sort of cowl that goes down into some very fluffy, maybe clawed shoulders.
That's so
sleeveless,
funny,
but
for a
not,
reason that will come up in like 15 minutes in this episode.
like sleeveless, but only at the biceps, and like the bottoms are these like long up to the forearm kind of gloves. Big sort of like I don't have my phone right now, but like sort of like padded leather sort of pants that have like the like flowy, almost harem style to them, with like furred ankles as well, with like the feet being covered by the owlbear's bottom feet as well, and maybe like space for I don't know how your lobster piece fits into your character's vibe, but I wanted to make each of the outfits be able to continue to work with those. The vibe I had for Alani was one I was coming up with on Pinterest, but I was having a time with that because Pinterest is like, this is awkward. iOS says that you have to press this button in order for me to do anything else. And I'm like, bro, what? And I'm like, but anyway, I want to go with his vibe because I know he has like a semi like almost like pilot-esque like roguish vibe going right now. I want to tie that into like almost like winter like. I was gonna say ninja, but not ninja, because he's not a ninja. He is a rogue, but I wouldn't consider him a ninja. I would consider him more like almost like old timey spec ops. Think like what a soldier in like the 40s or the 50s, like during World War I,
like a
II
Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell.
Yeah, but like a little old school to it, like some newer technology, but like new technology for this fantasy set. You know what I mean?
Like a Vietnam kind of.
Like he definitely has something that like comes up and covers his head like a pair of underwear, so like his hair comes out on two sides, but it like covers his eyes with like a dope like visor setup that like is like snow and like doesn't condensate so he can like fully maneuver in the snow. And like I'm thinking like similar to Carveth, where it's like big forearm thingies that he can like pull and clip on into full sleeves, but they're ruffled down in like these cool like forearm things, and like dope ass like piloty kind of like suspender like bottoms, like full boot slicker, almost like slick suits. And then Bond is just like super layered, like almost like a the like Priestley kind of vibe with like a bit of like that like BDSM aesthetic with it, like very much rings and like chains and stuff.
I love that.
I think you as you're describing all of this, as you're describing all this to the Fearbolg, it's just like really quickly drawing to in its little sketch pad, and he's actually holding his pen with a fist.
Oh, so Gareth, I want Gareth to have like a paladin priest like vibe that meets paladin.
All right,
almost like a husband and wife thing. Maybe it's foreshadowing.
You just rattle all of this off to the Fearbolg. And after a moment of finishing, the Firbolg turns the sketch pad around and says, "How is this?" And it is like exactly what you were describing.
No, I
It's
felt
like-
it. That's why I let fate decide. I was like, dude, these are both going to be like some of
Yeah.
the best of the best. King Otto doesn't play around. He always has pretty good digs. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is beautiful. I don't know how much you need, but please let me know.
He says, "Okay, Sherman."
Sherman.
And he holds up the paper, and the Goliath kind of lumbers over, grabs it, and walks into the back room. And the Firbolg says, "This 15 minutes."
Oh. He like falls back. Gareth has to catch him. Like he's like, oh, I've never had such quick clothing service.
This is magic.
Of course. You don't have to explain anymore.
Okay, and he walks away.
Bond now canonically thinks that there are clothmancers in the city that are just dope ass tailors who spend their
Yeah,
whole
it's
life
just a
learning magic.
combination of various conjuration and alteration magics.
and years of tailoring.
It's all
practice.
happening in the back room of this store, so we don't even know what
I
magic
picture
exactly
truly
it was.
the real. Hey, here's the real truth. This is Bond's head canon, like scary truth. It's
Yeah.
a big spider. It's a big
Oh
spider.
god,
Oh,
yes, I
Bond's
love
head
that.
Brilliant.
And it fully weaves all the
little,
clothes because it's like it dreams of being the greatest,
Spirited
dreams
Away.
seamstress, but it's a
little
giant
Spirited
spider.
Away
No one would ever
inspo.
accept a giant spider.
I love that.
But these two,
love
they know her gift, and they're like,
Yeah.
"We got you, boo." And they open this
Yeah, I
boutique
think
just for her.
I think you you hear that you got 15 minutes, which tracks you'll have a little bit of time to spare before you're all set to meet at the palace. Unless anyone has anything else, we can go ahead.
I was gonna say if I have time, I wouldn't
Uh-huh.
mind running around just to like local shops and stuff, like seeing if there's any like magical items or anything that we could potentially try to grab before we head out.
Here's
or
what I'll
any-
tell you.
Yeah.
You're not going to find much better than the stuff you might find from bees if you
Okay.
want to save your money.
That's
Okay.
what I was waiting
Is
for.
what I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
I'm
Okay.
also wanting to send a call out to Elder Grumbo, so I can let him
Elder
know
Grumbo.
Do you want to
uh,
wait, or do you want to do it?
I mean,
Like, I just mean, do you want to wait till your
I
brothers
don't
are
know
around
if,
for that as well?
Here,
or
let
no?
me ask you this, DM: does my teacher have a phone? Yeah,
Probably not.
That's the situation. So yeah, I'll wait. You're right. My brothers would want to talk to Elder Grumbo. That's not fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you all finish getting your errands done. Bond, you have all of the nifty clothes that you
Yes.
kind of bring in essentially a rolling suitcase.
It's like those
And-
big.
I love that.
It's one of those. I don't know what it's called, but it carries them in like those like zipper sealed like bags,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
each of them.
I love that.
And as you roll up to the palace, you all are met with King Otto as well as a lot of the knights and all that preparing your cart. If you remember, you're all taking a cart.
Oh my god,
And
guys.
I would like the three of you to come up collectively with, like, what does this cart look like? What supplies do you think y'all requested?
Okay,
Definitely.
Y'all want to
yeah.
name your cart?
Not yet.
I
The
do
name
wanna-
hasn't come yet because
Not
we
yet?
still don't even have. We have J3B. What? Like I don't know. You know, like that can come later.
That can come more
But
natural later.
what type of cart is it, boys? Is it like a full on like old school like horse and buggy type thing? Because it doesn't have to be horses. I just mean, is it drawn by a creature? Is it powered?
So
That's how I think
I
we should
don't
start
know
with
if
either
this
of
is. I don't know if this is actually practical or not. I kind of like the idea of it being like those smaller, really nice carriages, but like three, like connected together.
Okay, yeah,
With
yeah.
some kind of really strong animal pulling it, so it's like a little train.
Yeah. Like some sort of like
Okay.
big mammoth elephant, like
Yeah.
gorilla ass thing, something. Yeah. I fuck with that heavy. I don't mind a creature, but I was also thinking too, what if it was some kind of crazy automaton thing that's like a Roomba with arms, you know? In the same situation, it's like it's a scary Thomas the Tank Engine like new creation from like Thandor Inc. or something.
God.
Like,
What if
I
it's a
don't know
big
that we would have
owlbear
something
robot?
like that, would we?
oh my god, it's a big mechanical owl bear, and like the caboose is like a bunch of little cubs, but they don't move. They're like that's just the shape of them. That's cute. I like that too. Oh man, that's tough. I don't know. Big, we could go
It
big
could also
creature.
be like some of those fantasy like ostrich looking creatures.
If we do,
and-
yeah, exactly. If we do like a chocobo from fucking Final Fantasy, absolutely, that could be a thing. It could also be like those, like, what are those things? They're not like dragons, but they're like the 3-armed fucking scary little
Why not
basilisks or whatever the fuck.
Why not a robotic giant goose?
Oh my god,
Maybe.
Jesus.
So what's the antithesis?
When
I would
suggesting
imagine-
the robotic things, is there someone in town we know that
I was
can
going to
do
say,
that?
I don't know that we
No,
know
that's
not
a fair
yet.
point. That's a
So
fair point.
let's save it until Duradera gets down there, and then
Yeah.
we can start talking robots. So yeah,
Then
it's
we
got to
can
be a
start talking
creature.
robots
I
again.
think to save Tyler's Silmarillion that he'll eventually
Oh my
make
God.
about this world, let's not make
course.
something that seems
I got
impossible
something.
to
I got
support
something
in the
for you. One
ecosystem.
sec.
Like it can't be a gargantuan thing
I'm gonna
unless
send
Tyler's doing soft
it could,
magic.
Wait, hold
it could
on.
be like
It's the-
sled dogs and
it-
a bunch of geese?
Hold on. It's the plains buffalo.
Wait, no, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna pull it because we only said it once a long time ago. We haven't brought it back since. The Prim. It's drawn by like these really big like eagle wolf things.
Oh
I don't-
god.
What is that?
I don't remember.
Remember
this.
the thing that saved me from the storm when I got lost on a trip or field trip or something?
Oh, that's from like episode
Yeah,
one.
you said
Like,
sled dog, so I'm
geez.
thinking it's like a big group of them pulling this like cart system.
Interesting. Okay.
Like they're not bad off. Like maybe they're like Otto's like his Balto. You know, that's like his
Yeah.
his good boys. Like when he needs to take out, he's like, you know what? I spared no expense. Go ahead and take my good boys.
All right. Yeah.
I like
Like
that.
I think it's like
works for
4 of them because they're not very. They're pretty rare. I don't think that it would be more than
And they're big.
Mhm.
Yeah,
like
I
the size
think
of a
that's cool. I'm
dire
good
wolf
with
with
that.
like a fucked up eagle face. Like it's great. It's like
Oh,
if a
love
griffin and a wolf did the nasty,
The
it was
nasty.
less bird, more wolf.
All right.
That freak
Well,
nasty.
so we got you're essentially like a caravan in one.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 3. How are we splitting up with 5 of you? Obviously, Bon and
I was.
Gareth will share.
I don't mind either that or a brother's card. That's the only. other option.
Alandi, do you want
Yeah,
to
I figured I
offer to
could-
share with
Yeah,
Andrea?
I figured that would make the most
Andrea?
sense. That being said,
Or unless you would rather like you and Carveth stay together and Andrea get her own.
what I was gonna say is I would be fine. I would actually leave it entirely up to Carveth because like I feel like because this is my +1, like
Mm-hmm.
she should go with me. But also, if my boy doesn't want to be alone in a carriage, I don't want my boy to be alone in a carriage.
That's fair. I think Carveth doesn't mind being in his own carriage. I think that
Actually, here's what I want. Real quick.
okay.
Bon and Alandi, why don't y'all give me insight checks on Carveth?
Oh shit!
Just 'cause
No,
Carveth's being
No,
like
no,
weird
no.
today.
You got it, boss.
No,
Insight's my
no.
specialty. That's a +5 on it.
Why would you
Rolling.
do that? What should I roll?
I'm not
A
even
deception?
lying. Oh, that was almost a natural 20. It rolled on an 8.
Oh, God,
That's
not good.
insane.
Fuck!
8 + 5, 13.
My new dice are in my other room, but
I got a
I'll roll
5,
this
so
one.
Alandi is not noticing. Whatever.
I
you're
almost
putting
had a
down, he's not
natural
picking up.
20.
Matt, why don't you just give me like
Crit fail, Matt.
performance or something? Because you're like trying not to act
Performance?
weird. If you want to pitch something else,
No,
you
no,
can,
no.
but-
That makes it way better. 23.
Oh yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
hell.
Y'all can't tell if anything's up with him. So, do you want Alandi to stay with you, or are you?
I think Carveth's fine being in his own cart.
Okay, cool. There we go. So you all get into your carts. You say your goodbyes to the people of Thandor, and
Goodbye, people of Thandor.
you set
Goodbye,
off
so
on.
long of the
My name is
Asagana.
Say
Nandor.
goodbye.
You set off on what you believe should be about a week long journey to the rough area. What?
I was going to ask, did we ever get a name for the North? We've just been calling it the North.
The North.
I've just been calling it the northern region. I was trying to come up with. I'll have a name whenever we get there.
Hey, before
because
we get
I've
on,
been working on a map.
have we gotten on the road yet?
On the
Not
road.
quite yet.
We were deciding
just
the
about
things,
to set
yeah.
off.
I would like to. I think we absolutely should have a brother's card. I appreciate you wanting to put me in, and my boyfriend have our own time.
Well,
we could get that if we ever make camp. We could swap it up.
We
It's
could
not
do
like we're
yeah,
beholden.
we could
let me-
do
let me-
brother's
I-
cart the two
Let me
extra
ask
and then
this.
Come
story.
here.
Really
and
quick.
he's going to take, and I would like him to take both of his brother's hands. Listen,
I do. Oh, okay.
I don't know quite what's going on. We don't know what to expect when heading towards literally our worst enemy's base.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think if there was a time as any to have a last few moments with someone, yes, it'd be great. Don't get me wrong. I love you so much. And he's looking over his shoulder. I love you so much. This means nothing in what I'm saying. Just hear me out. I'd love to make sure that I spend as much time with my brothers as humanly possible, right? Especially with somebody being cagey, right? Not really sure what to say, what not to say.
You didn't read it.
Right? No, I know I didn't. I didn't. I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Is
to the
Alandi being cagey?
They can't hear this part.
am I
setting
being
something
cagey?
up for in the future.
Alandi, are you
Okay.
keeping secrets from us? Like I.
I just
Okay,
mean-
genuinely, to be clear, I think that's a very valid assumption. As far as I know, I'm not.
It could very well be Alandi.
With Alandi's
you know,
5.
he hasn't made hide nor hair of the note
Yeah.
I gave him back on Duradera. I'm not saying I'm still upset about that. I'm just saying if he revealed right now that he definitely lost it, which I think he did,
No, I
I'd be
did lose it.
furious.
I have
Be that as it
listened-
may, I think until we get going, you know, it's going to take us a while to get there. Probably.
I do have a question for you guys. And I was just kind of thinking about this. Why are we taking 3 carts again? Can we not have?
Well, we got a lot of people. I mean, we could. I know in our imagination we could picture a cart that was, you know, that isn't it fun to have 3 carts that could potentially get in danger, Matthew? Kyle's talking to you.
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
Isn't it fun for Matthew? Isn't it fun for content
Well,
to
I
have
mean-
3?
Train of carts, they can
Yes.
fall.
They can
get
fall.
stuck.
They can get tackled by a thing.
A
Highwaymen
train
can
going
knock
through
them
the
over.
mountains is
But
more
we
could
fun
be
than a single
crazy.
cart going through the
Like,
mountains.
I'm just saying,
Matt,
like,
what if there
five
was
people-
a murder mystery out of nowhere with people we trust and
Exactly.
love?
Oh
You
my
never
God.
know.
Fucking
Is that
Kyle
Bond talking?
sees the
Is that
energy
Kyle?
I'm putting into this mountain
I
adventure.
fully
Look,
understood.
it should, as far as you know, it should only take you about a week to get to.
Well, anything
the
could happen in
area
7
that
days.
You know,
Okay,
where
counterpoint. We went
this
to the
should be.
woods and ended up in hell.
that's true.
Oh, yeah.
And we
Very
fought
good
a bunch
point.
of scary bugs, and then we met a different scary bug, and then we met a different scary eyeball
Wait,
man.
And then we met a friendly
Yeah.
bug.
I don't remember going to hell, but
I mean, that's subjective, isn't it? I mean,
Look, I'd like to get to this next part before we end this episode.
For sure.
That's cool.
all right,
So-
brothers cart.
did you guys just hear
workers
something? I
cart.
could have swore I heard
Cart.
God just a second ago.
you all-
sex/poop cart.
Yeah, you all get into your cart and set off on your journey, and it's really uneventful. You pass by a number of small villages, small
I
camps.
think during one of
you
those
meet a good
days-
handful of people just casually and keep going. Go ahead.
I think during one of those days, while Alandi is maybe still sleeping or maybe doing something, working by himself, I would like to pull Carveth to the side. Because canonically, days have passed, meaning that I have rested in between those days,
Yep.
meaning I have been able to focus on different spells, Tyler. And while he has Carveth alone, he wants to put a hand on his shoulder and cast Zone of Truth.
Can I resist?
You can. It's a roll.
You can.
Does he know if I resist?
Let me
yes.
see. I don't think he does, right?
No, I think with Zone of Truth, everyone in Zone of Truth knows
you're
they're in Zone of
compelled.
Truth.
Yeah, if you fail the save, which is against my DC, it's a charisma check, DC 15.
Charisma
So go
check.
ahead and give me a
so
charisma check,
charisma
Matt.
save.
Okay.
And you know whether each creature succeeds or fails.
Yes,
okay,
I do.
that was the yes.
Okay, this is important to me. I specifically didn't watch the end of the episode with the prophecies. So
I
if
didn't
you're
either.
about to
That's
reveal
why.
some-
This
if
is
you're about to
why.
reveal some
No,
stuff,
I
would like
skipped
to
the
take
stuff
my
when
head-
you got to each
I
of their
intentionally-
visions. I skipped ahead until
I did too.
because I wanted to be surprised for me. Like
Yes.
I
So,
know I can listen to whatever.
I'm just gonna-
unless it's months out and we're past that point
So-
in the actual story, I
Yes.
won't listen to it.
Fair. So here's what I will say. Well, let's
Yeah,
go
I
ahead
guess
and make your roll.
do the
Go ahead,
roll.
make
yeah.
your roll. Make your
I'm
roll.
just
Hold on.
saying.
I gotta see if I
do
got
the roll.
anything.
I want to be told to take off my headphones if there's going to
Yes,
be.
yes. Hold on. I gotta look at it. I gotta see if I have anything that can help me with this.
I didn't say anything. He just
listen,
maybe
like,
here's what
because
I'm
you
going to say, Matt. I think you need to just roll.
So-
because
Okay.
like he comes up to
So
you,
listen,
you are absolutely.
he's-
This is a surprise
Yeah,
round.
yeah.
isn't it?
Yes, that's literally how I wanted to play out. You said we were watching a few small villages. Maybe like one of the villages is like one of those cutie little like gourd villages, like from over the garden wall. And we see like a bunch of little pumpkin and like squash people just farming and like doing things. Maybe they wave at our caravan as we go by. And like he's watching them just having a peaceful ass time. And I just come behind him, genuinely watching out the window with him. And I just silently cast Zone of Truth. Like I know it hits other people in the room. I'm focusing on my brother.
All right, I'm about to roll. So
What's
charisma
the
save.
DC?
The DC's 15.
Charisma save.
So,
correct.
yes.
15 or better.
You need to make a charisma, I believe. Let me double check the wording. Because I don't want you to roll the wrong thing and feel like you
is
got
it
fucked
charisma?
over.
I thought it was
It
wisdom.
says,
Charisma saving throw.
yes, charisma saving throw.
Maybe.
I gotta take a picture of this whole.
Is it a nat 20?
I think it's good. He's smiling about it. It's good.
It's a 20, but
God
dirty
damn it.
20. Dirty 20.
You fucker.
I think he doesn't say anything. I think he's just still staring out the window with him.
So were you trying? You were trying to cast it?
Yeah,
casually without him
I'm being
knowing?
100. Yeah, no, not that I was
So-
doing it without him knowing. There's no way to do that unless I'm a sorcerer to do a subtle spell. I wasn't doing it unintentionally, but he wasn't going to outright just be like, "Hey, so what did you hear?" Like he wasn't being a dickhead about it. He was going to just sit in the moment with him and just let him know, "Hey, at any moment I could ask you. If I wanted to, I could ask you." I think he says that.
Yeah.
And I think without what, because like I said, canonically, Londy's either distracted or resting.
Yeah.
He opens his, because we're not in the cold quite yet. He opens his normal robes and he's like, "Just tell me this," and he shows you the bandages. They're not soaked through like they were because over time he's changed them. Does it have anything to do with this?
No, it doesn't.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
No, this is 7.
Yeah, you have no reason to believe he's lying. You know he didn't pass the check.
No,
he passed the check.
Yeah.
But you still get the vibe that he's not lying.
And he knows
as far
I
as you
cast
can
a
tell.
spell. Bond is not lying about that part in any capacity.
Yeah.
He's not leaving or pretending like he didn't do it. He literally, after you felt it fail, he was like, at any point I can still ask you, right? Like essentially telling him like, I could do this every day we're on this caravan.
Bun, I just want you to know that I
understand some things are hard to say. This could be the last normal moments for us to talk. You realize that. This could be some of the last still moments for us as brothers for a while. We don't know what we're walking into. We have no real plan. We've got a direction. Go north. Okay. Then what?
But Bun, that's
If we're
all-
watching them, don't you think they've been watching us?
I know that.
Don't you? As much as they like to say Pyle wasn't a part of their plans, I think towards the end he just got out of hand. But to tell me that they didn't send him, or at least guide him down this path, is a fool's errand, a foolhardy thought.
What a fool believes.
Indeed, God. He's like, look, but this isn't a threat. But you know that at any point, if you fail, you will have to tell me. I'm not telling you that I'm going to do it every day. I'm just letting you know that if I really wanted to, I could have you tell me. Right now, even. I'm asking you. What is so bad about what you saw that you can't tell either of us, either of your brothers?
Bon, I can't tell you because
It's about me. That part I know. I don't have to be the sharpest tool in the shed to figure that part out.
It doesn't have
I'm
to
asking-
be about you.
It's about me if it's about you or him. I need you to understand that first and foremost. Even if it's not directly about me, if it's about my family, about my friends, about my home, it's about me. I'm not going to pressure you anymore. I'm just asking you to please tell me before it's too late. Read the note. And he just walks away.